Let me catch y'all up to speed. In case y'all didn't get the word, in my previous broadcast on New Breed Global Truth, Floridian Rollo has been pretty much cut off from my network, as well as Ringo TV. He has also cut off Floridian Rollo. And reason being is because Rollo seemed to has been a mole. Now, let me catch y'all up to speed. And I'm going to try to speed this up for those who haven't seen what took place on the last broadcast. Now, there was an unwanted guest that showed up at the hotel that we were staying at. This unwanted guest was friends with Rollo. Rollo was warned not to bring certain individuals around us, particularly this person. This man showed up at the exact moment that we were there. The exact moment that we came home from handling business and everything. And Rollo tries to clear the air after 24 hours. After me putting up a video first, he finally decides to address the situation. And in him addressing the situation, he told on himself. Now, we're talking about a situation that could have been potentially fatal. We're talking about a bugged out guy pops up on us with a camera at hand, trying to do a skit, making it seem like we attacked him. This is a person that Rollo been thick as thieves with, a person that Rollo been rocking with. Now he makes this video to claim he didn't set it up. But he told on himself. He's not all that bright. He's not all that bright at all. And some of y'all in his chat ain't all that bright either, because you don't listen. You don't pay attention. That's the problem. Look at this, y'all.
So people want to know what's going on. All right. So this is what happened. This is a guy go by the name of Millennial Jazz Tate. Pull up at the spot, right? I did not tell him where we was at.
Rollo, do you think we slow? Do you know who you dealing with, sir? Man, let's go.
If you look at New Breed's video, if you look at Ringo's video, he's from North Carolina. He know the location. So he pull up late night.
He says he's from North Carolina. He know the location. How did Rollo figure all this out? Did y'all communicate this? How did the man say, oh, I came up there because I knew the location? Let's go. How do Rollo know somebody else ain't give the location? How do Rollo? So he automatically know it, according to Rollo. But peep this, y'all. Peep this.
It was coming from the bowling alley. Okay? I told him, what was he doing here? I got on him. I had a conversation with him. I blocked him. So here's the receipts.
There's no receipts. Matter of fact, it says it's best to come tomorrow night with Samuel or tonight because they only mentioned to me early. They only mentioned to me early a.m. Only bro, so it's up to you, your other than that. He says we can meet you out later tomorrow evening. Rollo says sounds good. At any point does Rollo tell them not to show up? At any point does Rollo in these text messages tell them guys, look, these guys don't want other guests around. This is an executive meeting. They don't want nobody around. No, Rollo says it sounds good that they show up tomorrow evening, which means that he already gave the damn address. At no point did Rollo tell these individuals not to come around, according to what we're seeing in these text messages. It's common sense, y'all. Are y'all reading what he's posting and listening to what he's saying? Let's go.
Supposed to see me
And he put they in that text message, meaning he's talking about us. We are the they.
Friday night at my location.
He bought a bottle for Ringo, got Ringo's to go. So he bought a bottle, a Ciroc, and it says got Ringo's to go, meaning he bought Ringo a bottle of a Ciroc. Now, mind you, these are unwanted guests.
Or Saturday night at my location. There it is right there. There it is right there.
It says we should put some money together down on some wings.
This is where I stayed at. There's no indication.
Now that's his address.
I told.
Now look, so how early do we meet up to be there in order to meet all you together before everybody splits up? Now listen again. This is what Millennium Jess says. So how early do we meet to be there in order to meet all of you together before everybody splits up? This is what he's asking Rollo. Rollo says it's best to come tomorrow night with Samuel or tonight because they only mentioned to me early AM. Bro, so it's up to your other than that. It's up to you other than that. Nowhere in these text messages is Rollo telling him not to show up. He set up a situation that kind of got fatal. The guy shows up with all the wrong energy. He comes out the damn shadows, pacing back and forth with a hoodie on. He goes up to Ringo speaking incoherently, which Rollo brings up in his video, that the man was speaking incoherent. He was speaking crazy. Rollo acted like he didn't even know who the man was. You're in your own text messages saying it's best to meet us up that night so we all together. Nowhere in this message did you tell him not to show. You trying to prove that you didn't set us up, and you prove that you did. So y'all over there in his chat, y'all need to pay attention to what's being said. The man did some gang stalking type of tactics. Let's go.
Millennial Jess, aka Tate, where I was at. No indication. They didn't believe me, so the receipts is here. The Lord is my witness.
Now, let me tell you something. They're so easy. Now, all we have is when he sent his address. He's claiming Millennium Jess knows when we were showing up. I believe Rollo deleted a message or two. Some messages have been deleted before he done this. Y'all got to understand, why did he wait 24 hours? He's not going to show you that he gave our address, but I believe he gave our address and it was deleted. Because not only did Millennium Jess showed up, he showed up at the exact moment that we was pulling up. The exact moment. And we don't know what this guy's intentions were. Now, this is insane right here because he believed that this is proving something. All he would have had to do is delete the message where he gave his location. Now, originally, it had Rollo's location up here. But somehow during all his melee, it switched. When he gave our address, he's just deleted that information because he's saying that he just knew the location. Let me tell you, we were out here. My video was done at 8 in the morning. I didn't show the address. Let's say hypothetically, he knew the building based on just how it looked and he's from the area. You mean to tell me we left out at 8 a.m. and this guy shows up? We get back at 12 a.m. We left 8 in the morning, got back 12 at night. Millennium just happens to be there at the right moment? No, they set up a skit. Now Millennium Jess is running around talking about he got a video. He's acting like Ringo put his hands on him. Like he acting like somebody attacked him in that video. Nobody touched him. So I truly believe that Rollo gave our location. Look at this.
I did not tell him. So when you go to New Breed's video, and when you go to Ringo's video, when Ringo did the video, he knew the location. He's from North Carolina.
So he's trying to say that based on us doing videos, he knew the location, but he showed up at the right time. Yo, shout out to Mark the Messenger in the building. What's up, fam? Yes, this man is a Judas, bro. A straight up Judas. Like he literally tried to set brothers up with a skit. And I don't know how much Millennium Jess is paying Rollo or whatever the case is, but yo, it's exposure season. He was directly told not to bring this individual around us. Nowhere in these text messages is he telling Millennium Jess not to come around us. It looks like if you look at these messages, he's still going to give this man a meet and greet. And if Millennium just showed up and Rollo was told, yo, tell your boy that's a no-go, then why did Rollo not deal with that situation aggressively when he showed up unannounced? For the person that says you're not a man of the Most High, you're a gossiping, prideful clown, let me get you up out of here. You a fool. Do you understand our lives was at danger that night? A gossiping, prideful clown? You think I'm proud to be putting out some material like this, you idiot? You think I'm proud to be out here talking about this right now, knowing that our lives was in jeopardy? You think I want to, do you think as much love as I show Rollo, you think I want to be making content like this? It's embarrassing that we even had Rollo in our circle. It's a scary situation that could have potentially ended fatally. And it's like, y'all don't understand being a public figure and having something like that happen with people you're supposed to trust is an issue. Yeah, that devil is being exposed right now. And, you know, the whole day he's sitting up there pulling the phone out, dropping our location. Do you understand? He was dropping our location. He was communicating with those guys using video, showing where we're at, showing our whereabouts. That's what, I mean, who pulls out a phone while we're at Macy's purchasing our items? Who does that? He's showing them. He never told them in these messages not to show up. And the whole entire day, he's dropping the locations knowing that they're watching. They show, Millennium just shows up to pull a skit. Rollo always talking about skits. Rollo didn't deal with that situation. That was his boy that showed up. Look at this, man.
He's about an hour and 15 minutes away. I done cut off Millennial Jess because he was being disrespectful. I called him out.
After the fact. And we see this phone got him blocked and all that. Listen, don't believe nothing you see. Don't believe nothing you see. He could block Millennium Jess just to do this video.
I literally called him out when Ringo and his lady walked away. It was disrespectful.
He didn't call nothing out, y'all. Out of the mouth of two witnesses. And you're going to find out when Ringo uploads his video. Rollo didn't say anything, y'all. He didn't say anything. He's lying. Straight up lying. Rollo was silent than a church mouse. I was the one that said, Rollo, handle your boy. That's your boy. And multiple times. Now, mind you, Millennium Jess was not even 10 feet away from us when he was pacing. I said, Rollo, is that Millennium Jess? Yo, Rollo, is that Millennium Jess? Rollo has this dumbfounded look on his face, like he don't know the dude. He had a nervous look on his face. Rollo, is that Millennium Jess? Rollo, is that Millennium Jess? Rollo didn't say nothing. He know that was him. You spent a lot of time with this dude. And now you're going to get up here and act like you said something. You didn't say nothing. And then it took you a whole 24 hours after I made content for you to even address the situation. A damn perp. Rollo, you a perp. Simple as that. Ain't nobody going to be rocking with you.
Respectful for him to be there. I didn't recognize him at first. And then NubreedGlobalTruth recognized him. And then
yes, I recognized him, but I didn't recognize him. I'm asking Rollo, is that your boy? I'm literally asking him several times. I did not recognize him. I'm like, it can't be him. In my mind, I'm like, I know that's not him because we already told Rollo, don't bring this guy around us. I'm like, I know that can't be him. For the person that said, leave it off the internet, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you. It be y'all religious folks and all of that saying stuff like that, not understanding this need to be put on blast. If myself and Ringo built this man's YouTube career, where the hell you think we're going to address this at? If we brought all these guests over there to Rollo's channel and platform and did what we did, why wouldn't we address this on the internet? Because we don't want y'all to keep supporting this clown. Where else that I'm going to take it? I mean, are you slow? Why would I deal with something privately like this? We need to put him on blast for what he did. He put our lives in danger. Like, think about what you're saying. How I'm going to deal with that privately? How? It's dumb. Y'all need to know the truth about Rollo. He tried to set brothers up, but it backfired.
Minutes away. I done cut off Millennial Jess because he was being disrespectful. I called him out. I literally called him out when Ringo and his lady walked away. It was disrespectful for him to be there. I didn't recognize him at first. And then NubreedGlobalTruth recognized him. And then he started talking, mumbling. He's not explaining himself why he's there. So I'm like, what the hell?
Now notice, he said NubreedGlobalTruth noticed him. I did not notice him. I'm asking Rollo, is that him? Because I'm like, this can't be him. Now notice also he says he's talking mumbly, which confirms that the boy's mental state was off. So this guy walks up, he's talking crazy. He's talking crazy, like almost like he ready to crash out. That's how he was talking to us. He walked up like he was ready to crash out. So immediately our energy was like, yo, we need to go. We need to go. Now, for Charity Ivy in the chat, Charity Ivy, this is sad. The divisiveness is a trick of the enemy. Listen, I know that you dealing with Rollo, but Rollo needs to keep you quiet in this situation. If that's your man, you need to remain quiet. You was not there. All right? You wasn't there with Rollo. You didn't see what took place. So we know that this guy walked up was talking crazy. Somebody say, I hope Ringo wasn't part of this. Are you slow or are you dumb? Let me get this person out of here. If you don't have a mind to think, you just got to go. I'm not playing with y'all. I wonder if Ringo was a part of the skit. The skit was ran on Ringo. Are you slow? I told y'all before, the man showed up and tried to make it seem like Ringo put his hands on him. It's Rollo's homeboy. Damn, like, y'all got to use y'all minds, man. He don't even live down there. How the hell he gonna set up a skit on himself? Now let's go.
What you doing here? I looked at like, what the hell's this? They think I set them up. I ain't set up nobody.
You set us up and you're lying. And nowhere in this message does it say, don't pull up. It says, this is crazy. You really about to pull up again? Oh yeah, let's go. Do you want me to pick you up from the airport? I got drinks, by the way. Send the location. Got Ringo's to go. So here we have a situation where Rollo is already telling these men, y'all gonna be meeting Ringo. Y'all gonna be meeting Ringo in New Breed. They got the drinks ready. Nowhere in these messages, Rollo says, look, fellas, y'all don't need to be here. Y'all don't need to show up. So what was happening is behind the scene, Rollo was talking to these guys. And the messages he don't want us to see is deleted. At no point did Rollo say in these messages, look, fellas, y'all gonna have to come another time. It's not that type of meet and greet. You know, we handling business. You know, you don't need to meet up with Ringo or New Breed. They don't want to meet up with y'all. They don't know y'all. So Rollo was selling. That's what I'm believing too, Deion Grace. It makes sense that he was selling wolf tickets. It makes sense. It says Rollo was selling wolf tickets and scamming. Finally, y'all thinking, y'all using your mind respectfully. That makes sense. That's what I thought. Maybe he promised him a meet and greet and got paid for it. They should not have known where we were.
Tate and Samuel was supposed to see me Friday night. For whatever reason, they said, you know what? You came in late. I came in late. I said, look, you could come at 12:30. I'll be up. Just come. We could do a live stream. Go about your business. They didn't want to do that. I said, I'm going to be with these guys, and more likely I'm going to be with them all day. There's always another time.
Nope.
I did not know.
Where in these messages does it say that? Where is the proof? Where is the proof that he told these guys that? Rollo is lying, y'all. According to his messages, nowhere in these messages did Rollo say don't show up. It's not there. He's lying. He's bald-faced lying to y'all. This man set us up. He told on himself. Look at this, man.
Oh, that there was an issue.
Hold on, let me show
prior
you.
to that. I knew the issue with this individual.
Why he not saying what the issue is? Tate used an N-word around a bunch of brothers on a day of repentance. Tate is Millennium Jess, by the way. He dropped the N-word. So we excommunicated him then. We didn't want nothing to do with him after that. The nerve of him to use that word on such a historical event. He see us going to African-American museums, slavery museums, and all of that. And had the nerve to use the N-word. What zone the kid then did in the chat? Because I see one of my moderators on the other channel saying, get him out of here. What does Zone the Kid do? Let me see, because normally Zone the Kid is on point. What's going on? Those messages mean nothing. He could have called them. Right. I mean, what do you mean by that, though? What do you mean they mean nothing? These messages bring out the facts. So just kind of clarify what you're talking about. These messages are actually telling on Rollo.
Take, aka Millennial Jess, what happened behind the scenes, I would have been not dealt with him. So the miscommunication. So they don't have to deal with me no more. They don't have to believe anything. One thing I don't do, I don't set up people. I don't set up people.
Now look, hold on.
At all.
I need him to scroll down because let me show you how much. This is what we need to see too. Now, oh man, wait till we get here. Okay, watch how he's gonna keep telling on himself. Y'all just wait.
I don't set up people at all. I don't set up people at all whatsoever.
Now look when he's scrolling. Now let's stop right here. Let's stop right here. So how early do we need to be there in order to meet all of you together? All of you together. Before everyone splits up. Rollo says it's best to come tomorrow night with Samuel or tonight because they only mentioned to me earlier AM, bro. So it's up to you other than that. So you can see right here that Rollo is telling these guys our whereabouts. He's communicating with them where we're at. He's telling them a time. Yo, not tonight, but we can try to, while we all together. Now, mind you, we've already warned Rollo, don't bring these guys around us. Do you see how creepy this is? The whole time we hanging out, Rollo got these other two weirdos trailing us. You don't do things like this. There's no messages, there's no evidence of Rollo saying, don't pull up. Stay away. Before everybody split up. Yeah, that's real sketchy stuff right there. He told on himself. It says, we can meet out. It says, we can meet you out later tomorrow evening. He's still saying we. Now, mind you, look at the time. This is Saturday, 6 a.m. Now, look, Saturday, 9:27. Oh, you know you done messed up, right, Rollo? You know you messed up, right? Oh, yeah. You know how you messed up? Because right around this time, sir, that's when I had warned you about Millennium Jess. Between these two times, between the time of 9:27 a.m. and 12:27 a.m. when y'all communicated again, you have already been warned not to bring them around. You already have been warned, sir. But nonetheless, the only message you got is we're going to be busy today. We're going to be busy today. See, we were at the dealership having a conversation around 10 something where I said, don't let those brothers around. Now, your message says we're going to be busy today. You never said, listen, tonight, don't show up. You're going to have to show up another time. The brothers got something else going on. It's going to be this type of gathering we're having is going to be personal. At no point did Rollo communicate that with Millennium Jess. Do you know people get killed for stuff like this? For dropping a location? Do you know that the way that he approached us, if we had armed security, do you know that Millennium Jess could have got taken down? We talking about we in the front of the hotel. Do you understand what's going on here? Now, I don't know what kind of relationship you got with Millennium Jess, but all I know is it's weird that you a big Israelite man hanging out with this little boy this little white boy in hotel rooms and all. I think it's weird personally. I think it's suspect. I don't know if he paying you. I don't know if you got some moist by choice behavior got going on. But personally, me as a grown man, I wouldn't be doing that. It's a bad look. It's questionable. That's just my opinion on it. It's suspicious behavior to me. But your evidence, what you bringing out, fam, this is crazy because you're trying to prove that you didn't set us up, and you didn't put no evidence that you warned this guy not to pull up. You moving weird out here. And now everybody gonna know that you move weird because it's proof.
And when I say sounds good, it's best to come tomorrow night. It means late night.
Just told on himself. Wow. Wow. He just told on himself, y'all. What an idiot.
It means late night.
It means what? When you say come tomorrow night, it meant what?
It's best to come tomorrow night. It means late night.
Ooh, it means late night. When did Millennium just show up, y'all? 12 a.m. He's pacing our damn hotel room. Are you serious?
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
You're a liar. You just told on yourself. Let's hear that again.
It's good. It's best to come tomorrow night. It means late night.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
One more time for the people in the back.
It's best to come tomorrow night. It means late night.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Rollo, you just played a real dangerous game with the wrong men. And the Most High gonna deal with you for that. That's some real nasty work, sir. You telling these people our location. You literally are out here trailing us the whole entire day. You scam those people. Either you scam those people or you set up a play. Now Millennium just run around talking about he got a video. Why would you tell them to come late night? Because you know we was making moves the whole day. You just told on how the conversation went behind the scenes. You just told on yourself. You're a fool. You did a hood rat setup scam, straight like that. So you told them to come late at night. This is what was happening. Behind the scenes, he was like, look, we still making moves. If y'all gonna show up, show up late at night. Because we still making moves, y'all. It's gonna be late night. We busy right now during the day. But yo, if you want to pop up, if you want to meet Ringo and New Breed, look, pull up. It's gotta be late though. You a weirdo, sir. Why would you do this? Why would you do this weird stuff right here? Do you know what could have happened that night? Do you realize what could have happened that night?
It's best to come tomorrow night. It means late night.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
You're not a good liar. You're literally telling on yourself, you goofy.
All tonight because they only mentioned to me I'm going to be with them all day, early a.m.
You see, he's telling himself. So Rollo didn't know what time we were going to be stationary because we was making moves the whole day. The whole day. The whole time I've been out there, we just been making moves the entire time. We probably, every last one of us are probably exhausted because from the time we got there to the time we left, every hour we making moves. You understand? So he didn't know what time we were going to finally be stationary somewhere. Now check this out. If you look at these messages, just to show you he never cleared up not to show up. Watch.
It's up to them on that. So they knew they was here. They knew they was here because
they know we was here. Because you was talking to them. You was telling them everything. You was feeding them all our locations.
they put out videos. They knew
Now he's trying to say it's because our videos. No, Rollo's lying.
they was here. It is what it is.
Now look at this. No, it says yes or no to today. No, not today. I'm busy. Got you. Be well 100. Now look here it goes. Saturday 11:24 p.m. This is moments before we show up. Moments before we show up at the hotel. Moments. It says, are y'all going to do any more streams tonight? Question mark. Question mark. Why did he ask Rollo that? Are y'all going to do any more streams tonight? Because Rollo not at one point told this guy, don't show up. He's thinking that they're going to show up and we're going to be streaming together. So I'm more so leaning towards was Rollo scamming these people? What took place here? Was he scamming these people for a meet and greet? Are y'all going to do any more streams tonight? Why did he ask that at 11:24 p.m.? At 11:24, y'all, are y'all going to do any more streams tonight? Do you know how late that is to be doing live streams? Yo, wrong button there. Do y'all understand that's creepy? Are y'all going to be doing any more streams tonight? Why? Because he knew that Rollo knew they was showing up and they were wondering, yo, are we going to be able to stream with them? Rollo, that's creepy stuff, man. I don't know what you got going on with this guy. I don't know if you paying him. I mean, no, if he's paying you, because one-on-ones would like to know who paid you to come back out there. Are you COINTELPRO? Are you a gang stalker, sir? Who paid you to fly right back to North Carolina? Who propped you up in that expensive hotel? Who gave you the funds to shop? Now, mind you, we stayed in a nice hotel too, and we shop too. But content creators, we know how we get to our business. We know what we do for a living. How many of y'all know what Rollo do for a living? How was he able to be financed to do these things? How was he financed to be out there making these moves? Nobody knows what Rollo do. Rollo is like Tommy off of Martin. Contracts give me any damn thing. He ain't making all that money. He ain't making that off of no damn sports bet neither. Stop it. They got him, y'all. The man been flipped. That white guy, I truly believe that white guy paid Rollo for a meet and greet. That white guy paid Rollo to be in our presence. Rollo didn't know what to do. I'm telling y'all right now, on a car ride back, the man was nervous. He was nervous. He knew the exact moment. See, this is what Rollo thought. He thought all of us was going to be stagnant. I mean, not stagnant. He thought all of us was going to stay together all the way into the time where Ringo left. That's what Rollo thought. But what ended up happening was Ringo and his wife was ready to check in. And because they had a long drive back to New York the next day. Myself, I was going to go out. I was going to go out, go to the bar, have me a drink, and give me a place that had some food, a lounge. What Rollo didn't expect was for me to drop Ringo off. And when I drop Ringo off, I'm dapping him up because I know this is the last time that I'm probably going to see the brother before they take off. But here comes Tate out of the bushes. The man came out the damn bushes, y'all. He literally emerged out of the shadows. Ain't no way that timing could have been that perfect unless Rollo was trailing us the whole time. And he was trying to get Millennium just to catch us before we split up. Remember earlier he said before they split up, before everybody split up, I'm trying to catch. So literally, Rollo had this guy trailing us the whole entire time. He had the white guy trailing us the entire time, y'all. And it was designed for me and Ringo to be in that skit because they had to make sure we were together. That's why you were so damn nervous in that car, wasn't it? You was nervous, man. You was nervous. You was stumbling over your words. Yeah, you remember, Rollo. You said, "Oh, I got a lot on my mind. I just got a lot on my mind right now." You was being a big weirdo in that car. You was being awkward as hell. Like you kept looking in that damn phone. When we told you what time it was, it's like you nearly had a conniption. You thought it was 11 something. He was like, "No, Rollo, it's 12." You was like, "Oh." Ringo will vouch for everything I'm saying. He said he gonna say the same thing. When you knew it was 12 o'clock, you was in the car like, oh, damn, I thought it was 11. You grabbed your head and everything. You said, "I got a lot on my mind. I got a lot on my mind." You was acting weird as hell, fam, to the point where he was acting so weird. I was like, "Yo, how far is your hotel room from our room?" Like, at first, I'm going to hang out with the dude and everything. But then as soon as you start acting weird like that, I was like, "Yo, I know in my mind, he got to go home. He got to go. He getting dropped off expeditiously. I'm going to go hang out by myself," which that's what I ended up doing because once we got to the hotel, the setup was there. I'm not finna be out hanging with this dude because something ain't right. And as soon as we got to that hotel, we found out wasn't right. What wasn't right? He got these guys trailing us the whole damn time. Somebody said, "Just glad you and Ringo good." I am too, man, because that could have went real bad, y'all. Y'all understand that could have got real, real bad. Yeah, new levels, new devils, man. And if you look at the video, the stream I did that morning, man, I'm telling you right now, if you look at that stream I did, it was prophetic. It really brought out what was taking place, man. The Most High was literally warning us. Let's see. Charity Ivy says, "I'll be quiet. I was talking about how the enemy in general, no disrespect to the situation you were talking about. I was not there." Good. Charity Ivy, you need to hit me up too behind the scenes. You need to let me know. I need to understand some things. I need to understand some things. for our safety's purposes. Don't let him intimidate you. Don't let him, you know what I'm saying, do any of that. Reach out because we need to talk. And only reason being is because you came from my platform and you've been in this man's presence. And I got to make sure you straight because you came from my platform. I know you was looking for a husband and all these type of things, but the man is a snake. The man is a snake, and I need to make sure you good. I need to make sure you good. I need to make sure ain't nobody who came from my platform going over there and being taken advantage of. Eyes Wide Open says, I'm just catching this live. Rollo showed the location where he first arrived, the Aloft Hotel. Any and everybody knew where you brothers were. It should have been kept secret. Wow. See, I had no idea he showed our exact location. And shout out to Eyes Wide Open, man. That's a brother right there. And yeah, we got to touch bases behind the scenes, fam, because there's so much business that's being done right now. And I know that you and I are supposed to be working together on some things, which we'll talk about that behind the scenes. For those who wondering, that's my brother right there, my brother in Jamaica. And we got a lot of business together out, you know, we've done a lot of business together, I should say. And that's a brother right there. So we definitely got to talk and touch bases, fam. It's some work we got to get done. But I'm telling you, man, y'all got to watch out for these damn snakes in the grass. He dropping a low. You got to keep in mind, Rollo was doing it cyberly. Even if he didn't send the location, he was telling those brothers to pull up. He never told them not to pull up. He's showing our locations. He's showing everything we got going on. Now, did he get a payment? Was it money exchange? I believe it was. I believe there was some type of money exchange. From whom, I don't know. But I know that Rollo's a gang stalker. He's a perp and he flipped. Somebody said, yeah, for him to be hiding that behind y'all's back shows what he could have did in the future. Exactly. Exactly, y'all. People could have got murked. Somebody said it. People get murked like that. Like, y'all understand how serious that is? And then I'm there. My job is to protect Ringo and his family. Y'all got to understand how this works. My job is to make sure that Ringo and his wife have the safest experience possible, that everything goes seamlessly without a hitch. My job is to make sure that they're taken care of. They got everything they need, and they're able to take care of all the business they need to take care of. And when Rollo did what he did, it almost drew a wedge between me and brother Ringo. Why? Because Ringo like, yo, what if NubreedGlobalTruth is in this setup? What if NubreedGlobalTruth got something to do with this? Because I could tell you right now, the type of person I am, I would have thought the exact same way. I'd have said to myself, yo, everybody in on it. I don't trust nobody in this situation. Everybody in on it. That's literally what I would have thought to myself. So I know how Ringo felt. And me and the brother talked face to face about what took place. So I understand how the brother felt. But I would have stand nothing to gain doing something like that. That's insane. But that's how the devil work. I have you thinking a certain way about a brother, because when it's a demon involved, when there's a weak link involved, they sow discord among the brethren. Mark the Messenger says, Rollo told me he was going to come visit me in a few weeks. Man, I'm so glad all this getting exposed. I don't want no devils around me and my family. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, me as well, Mark. Me as well, man. And I'm glad he didn't. And if at any time you and I meet, just know, fam, that, you know, you in a company of good people and that nothing like that will ever transpire. Like, we're not even playing them type of games. No weak links around us. Like, nah, we're not giving people the benefit of the doubt. We're not bringing people around us who don't belong there. And, you know, we just going to make sure that these type of things can never happen. And that's the thing. Like, to do something like that when a man got his wife with him, oh no, we don't play those games. When a man got his wife, children, anybody with him, we don't play them kind of games. Your communication got to be on point. You got to, he's supposed to tell them dudes, do not pull up, don't show up. It's going to be a bad look. Things are going to get potentially fatal if you show up. These guys ain't playing. You ain't see none of that. Eyes Wide Open says, I think this is a lesson to be had with people prior. No location dropping, no live showing where you at unless it's discussed prior. And that's 100% truth. And that's something that we've actually put in our updates, because, you know, myself and Ringo are humble brothers. So we're not looking at it like, yo, there's real threats out there who don't want to see us doing what we're doing. We're doing major work, y'all. I'm talking about there's going to be a lot of good that comes out that overshadows this incident. But we have to address this immediately before we start bringing out the real work that got done. We got to address this first. But in our updates, we put it in there like, yo, no more that live streaming. We humble, but we got to keep in mind there are people who watching everything we do. They're watching everything that we do. And, you know, we got to move a certain way. Me personally, now I'm only speaking of me personally. I'm not with streaming live on the move. I'm not with that. I don't do that. It's just that I don't like it. It just doesn't feel right to me. I didn't have a specific reason why I don't do it. Now I know why I don't do it. Because you pretty much, when you're on social media, you naked. Everybody know who you are. You know, you can't expose where you at. People know what's going on. So, you know, we got to move militant out here because people not playing. Yeah, it throws you off guard. You may have the phone while you streaming live. You may be in the camera talking, and then boom, something just happened. I see people who know me everywhere. Everywhere I go, somebody is waiting. Somebody knows who I am. And Ringo, same thing. Ancient Kushite, thanks for the support. Yeah, it's people out here getting murked on lives. Y'all understand how serious this is. Ayana says you looked uncomfortable. I was absolutely uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable. I should have made that clear right then and there, like, dude. But he was doing it so randomly. I mean, we shopping, purchasing items. Who does that? With bags in your hand. Hey, look, he's buying his stuff. He buying his stuff. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Man, I'm telling you. Yep. Excuse me. Yeah, listen. I'm thinking the Most High, nobody was hurt. Everybody made it back safe. Rollo, your YouTube career is over. You had all those guests on your show that we brought to your show. And it's the thanks we get. Man, you can't trust these damn devils in disguise, man. You can't trust them. The whole time we riding around with a damn demon. Yep, YouTube career over before it even started. Because you was out here setting plays, being a fanboy, setting up skits. You knew that boy was going to pull that cell phone out. That's why he act. Wow. Are y'all going to be doing streams anymore? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Just can't. It just made sense just now. Why he asked him that. Wow. Wrong button. It just made sense. Why Tate asked Rollo, are y'all going to do any streams tonight? They needed to have us on camera. They needed to have us on camera because perhaps they were going to do the skit. They were going to pull the skit off live. Rollo knew cameras was going to get involved in this. Man, the Most High is showing me exactly what happened, bro. He knew a camera was going to be involved. Man, you was nervous as hell in that car before we got to drop Ringo off. Your energy was weird as hell in that car, bro. Marissa, thank you for the support. She says, I hate that you experienced this. However you see, you are protected. Absolutely. Thank you. Absolutely. But from here on out, we're not playing no games out here. Yeah, he was doing some real Fed work out here. Sean the Navigator says, I had love for Rollo, and this how you do New Breed and Ringo. Sad. Man, it'd be the devils in disguise, man. His energy was off, fam. His energy was off. Yeah, Rollo's a snake. He's a snake. I don't know who hired him. I really believe it is COINTELPRO. I think he's hired at this point. But, you know, when it comes down to it now, he's totally excommunicated. We're not dealing with him. We're not dealing with him. I oblige anybody who over there supporting that weirdo with his weird energy, unsubscribe. Anyway, let me finish this video so y'all can hear this liar lie.
So that's about it, y'all. I ain't got nothing else to say. And then he saw the live where we was at the bowling alley. And when we left, when we got back, he was there on his own. And he said it to them.
He didn't say nothing. What do you mean he said it to them? What do you mean he said it to them? You hear this man lying? He didn't say nothing to us because when we pulled up, we wasn't even trying to see him. He didn't say, he didn't show up and say, yo, I came up here by myself. I see y'all location. When there's evidence here that you're showing Rollo that you was the one feeding him where we were at the whole damn day. You was feeding him where we were at all day. Somebody, Eyes Wide Open says, I'm reading a comment and people are saying he's a little slow and not that sharp. Maybe he needs to be forgiven, but just understand that he can't be trusted with certain info. No, here's the issue. Here's the issue. Rollo is on record saying that he used to set people up. I need you to understand that Rollo, people are saying he's slow and all of that. No. He's on record saying he was setting people up. And it's not one of those situations where he have to be forgiven because this was a situation that was fatal. This was a fatal situation. So even if we say, yo, I ain't rocking with Rollo or whatever, listen, the type of work that he's doing, being, you know, trying to bring people together and do those type of things, even if he is slow, that makes him incompetent to do that type of work, which means he can't be trusted. He can't be trusted at all when you're dealing with people of this magnitude. But I get what you're saying, but Nah, because he had 20. Even if after all that happening, he out there playing it cool, not saying nothing. For 24 hours, Rollo didn't address the situation publicly. He should have came forward immediately. Like, look, something crazy just happened. Nothing. He didn't put out no material. He showed himself to be guilty. Thank Ancient Kushite. Thanks for this. I'm glad you and Ringo are okay. I'm off to work. See y'all later. Absolutely.
Rollo had nothing to do with it. Yet because of the situation, how it happened, it looked like I set up them. I didn't set nobody up.
He set us up.
So they could take it however they want to take it. It's all well and good. I'm out.
The evidence is here. We could take it how we want to take it. That's how you want to carry this? You want to wait a whole day and say we could take it how we want to take it, huh? Do this sound like a man who really didn't do this? This sound like a man who prideful, who don't even care how we feel about the situation. That is a good point. Broken Matrix, that's a good point right there. The white guy probably is a handler. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. A straight up handler. He talking about we could take it how we take it. Because he already know we sharp enough to know what's going on. He already know that he done burnt the bridge. He already know that he's going to get exposed. And instead of him proving his case before we even had to do this, because we was traveling. We didn't have time to do this. We was traveling. Somebody, Broken Mason says, I feel like the white guy would have spoken on paying money and he didn't get the meet and greet. Yeah, he might have. It could be a handler situation. That makes more sense that the white guy was perhaps paying Rollo to be able to stay in that hotel, paying Rollo to be nearby us. It makes sense that the white guy was actually paying Rollo to basically keep track of us. That's what it seems like. He paid him to keep in track of us. Louise, thank you for the support. Says it's great that I keep to myself nowadays. Much respect, Breed. Can't trust a lot of people anymore. Glad you guys are okay. The Most High is working. Absolutely. So we could think what we want to think, huh?
The truth is the truth. It's right here. I have the receipts.
And none of those receipts did Rollo tell Millennium Jess not to come around us. The receipt shows, the only thing these receipts shows is you were trying to set us up for a surprise meeting and you were trying to keep me and Ringo together the whole time. You were trying to keep us together. You wanted to make sure whenever these people showed up on us that we were together. That we were together. Broken Mason says, I'm going to do a reaction to this. If you don't mind. Absolutely, sir. We absolutely want you to do a reaction to this because this need to be brought to the table. This need to be brought to the light because there's some real shady work out here. And I'd like to know your perspective of all of this because I know you deal with a great deal of organized mobbing and so do I. But on a level of, something like this always happening in important times. Like even on the day of repentance, we had a perp show up, which I didn't tell y'all too much about that. We had an incident that took place there, y'all, that was potentially dangerous. But I didn't tell that one to the public. I dealt with that behind the scenes. But in this circumstance, I have to bring it to the public because Rollo is a public figure and we help grow his platform. So I got to let people know he ain't it. This an individual you want to stay away from. You want to stay away from him.
So it is what it is. This is why I was saying that. You don't.
Hey, y'all, hold on. Here's the interesting part. That picture right there, this picture right there at Friday. You see the way he's wearing that hoodie? This the same way he had the hoodie on. And I believe it was the same hoodie. The white guy's wearing the same hoodie. The same hoodie. He was pacing back and forth. And I'm talking about the man was acting weird, y'all. He walked up talking about, yeah, you know, a lot of us are in confusion. A lot of us are in confusion. Broken Matrix says, remember how they infiltrated the Black Panthers? Exactly. Sort of how the nation got Malcolm. They always use your own kind. Exactly, man. They always using your own kind. And Rollo got used. His creepy ass definitely was using. He got paid by somebody. I'm talking about he's staying in the best rooms. Now, Rollo is a person, we don't even know what he do for a living, y'all. He talking about he do contract work. Rollo, you need to get online and show your show your W-2s. We need to see your pay stubs. Somebody tell Rollo to post them damn pay stubs. Post them damn pay stubs, Rollo. Where you getting your money from? Real talk. I ain't mean me to hit that, but no doubt. Post your pay stubs. Because you was displaying some weird ass behavior. Matter of fact, when we first got to the dealership, it was like you kept following me, fam. What's up with that? Every time I had to go to the restroom, why you have to go to the restroom? Like, what was wrong with you, bro? You had me looking at you sideways then, like, yo, why every time I go to the bathroom, this dude go into the damn bathroom? I don't roll like that, bro. Like, what's wrong with you? What's your pay stubs, bro? Where your pay stubs at? How the hell did you get the financing needed to just travel like that and purchase all those items you purchased? What kind of secret agent stuff you on, bro? What are you on over there? Y'all need to find out what Rollo do for a living. Post them damn pay stubs, because I think you getting paid. They paid you to come back out there to see what we have going on. Somebody said Rollo is straight. I don't care. Don't go over there. Don't announce that. We gonna crush that. We need to crush that damn on that channel right there. So we could just think what we want to think, huh?
This is why I was staying at. You don't see no address.
Because you removed it. You either removed it, because you could delete a message, sir. It's nothing for you to delete a message given our address. Come on now. Do you think we dumb? At no point in these messages did you tell them not to pull up.
And another thing, I wouldn't take nothing from somebody I don't know either. So
what are you talking about? So if you wouldn't take no bottle of Ciroc, I guess you're talking about the bottle of Ciroc. What do you mean? If you wouldn't take nothing from somebody you don't know, then why you ain't tell him not to show up?
it is what it is.
It is what it is, huh?
Pretty much about it. So the receipts is here.
And you're right, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You a traitor. You a damn agent. And you're gonna get put on blast. Your social media up and coming social media is destroyed. Your reputation is destroyed. You displayed yourself as being a demon. And Charity Ivy hit me up behind the scenes. Matter of fact, Charity, Jordan, click the link, because I'm not playing with this dude. I'm not playing with this snake. I'm not playing with him. We're going to deal with this in the open. Charity, if you still in here, click the link, because I got questions. I got to make sure you good. So many of y'all ladies coming from my channel, linking up with this dude, thinking he could be trusted, and he can't. Somebody said Rollo is for sure an informant. Ringo and Rollo are from New York. Ringo could definitely do some groundwork in the chat on this cat back at home. You will be surprised on who Rollo the snake truly is. Right. Don't support weird ass Rollo, y'all. He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. Trust and believe. And Charity Ivy, it's no pressure. If you don't want to join, you ain't got to join. But just let it be known. We're going to put everything out in the open. If you want to stay out of it, I get it. Because you watched this whole stream pretty much. And you haven't said much. You said you can't speak on the situation. We just need to know if Rollo has legitimate business. That's all I want to know from you. Does Rollo have does he have a real job? How did he get his finances to travel to and fro? Did he show you what he do? Did you see anything that was questionable? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Did you see anything that was questionable? Anything that was out of pocket with this dude? Are some of the things I'm saying making sense? This is why you don't play. You don't play with people. You don't set up plays on people, man. Somebody can get hurt like that. I'm telling y'all, man. And I'm going to say this as well. With all that's being said right now, and what happened, what took place, the good is still going to outweigh the bad. Because it was so much powerful work done. It's still going to outnumber what this clown, this bozo did. It's going to outnumber it. Somebody says she's not going to expose her man. All right. I feel that. But at the end of the day, Charity Ivy, if that's how it's going to be, don't be showing up around us. When we doing events, all of that, don't, you just know you chose a side. That's because that's just how it got to be. If you listen, if you sticking beside him, stick beside him. Just know, hey, just know that you're being warned that he's potentially dangerous. Rollo is potentially dangerous. Somebody says she knows too much. We don't know what she know. We don't know what she knows. She could have left the chat by now too. Who knows? Matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do publicly just to show y'all I'm making a willing effort to reach out to Charity. I can call her right here, right now. Not phone number. I'm calling her on Instagram. Hey, Charity. Hey, are you okay?
I'm okay. I was praying for you guys. When Rollo told me something, y'all had a falling out that night, but I didn't get all the information. I just prayed to you guys. I said that was just a dangerous situation.
Now, Charity, let me slow you down real quick. He told you that we had a falling out that night, correct?
No, he told me early in the morning, like in the AM, he called me and told me that things went down and that he tried to shut down some white guy. And that's what I meant when I'm saying about the enemy coming to try and stop.
No, okay, let me now I'm gonna stop you there because what you just said is more evidence because he knew that morning that things wasn't right between us, but he waited until I put out a video to even address the situation. That shows guilt on his behalf. And
that might have been my fault. I told him that he shouldn't do any streams about it. So he said that he had receipts or whatever because I wasn't there. I said, but especially with Ringo's wife there, that could have been very dangerous. I mean, I know it's a carrying state. You know, I have family out there.
Yeah.
That's why we even talked about North Carolina. He's still talking about Orlando and stuff, because I was out there before too. But I only started talking to him recently. He is very fast. One thing we talked about, I don't like.
What's
He
that?
wants to do things fast.
Right.
He was talking about women always around him and stuff. But I try to tell him, I'm not that girl.
So he was trying to rush you into something intimate.
Yes. And I told him I'm not like that. I mean, this is all new for me. I was raised in the church. I told him my situation. I explained to y'all many years ago. But it scared me off of, took a lot of time for me, and everything. But I did tell him that maybe he shouldn't speak out about it or do any. He shouldn't address this online. This is not something that he wants to talk about online, especially if you said you guys didn't talk about.
Right. So you were just looking out for him. And
no, I was looking out for all of y'all.
All of us.
I didn't think it was wise for him to come out again just like that. Being he just came back.
Right.
That was my thing. I'm like, you just came back. It's not wise officially. It's not wise. Thinking about everything we have so-called going on. He told me that week, deadlines and stuff, like you were saying about contracts and whatever. But he didn't disclose any of that to me, and I didn't ask because it's not my place.
Right. But so let me stop you. You just said something key just now, man. You were trying to tell him not to go back, that it didn't make sense, and he said he had contracts and deadlines. Now what? Mm-hmm. Now that's interesting, because he didn't have a contract with us on anything. There was no deadline.
It's not a contract with you guys, but he didn't. It was about something up here that he has to get done before he goes back to Orlando. But he didn't. I didn't ask or divulge into that information. Because I'm trying to relocate, but I'm back in New York for physical disability that happened to me. I told you I was in the hospital about a month ago or 2 months ago now.
Right.
So I don't want to be in New York any longer than I have to be. And, like you said, sometimes family or people close to you can drag you down and put you in a bad situation, which is what happened to me and prolong my stay.
I understand.
Besides my health.
I understand.
But I did tell him that he should not address whatever he was talking about. He said he had receipts and he was going to try and contact you guys. And I was like, well, yes, pray about it and contact. I said you definitely shouldn't have been videoing and doing things. He was doing
right. I understand.
Like,
you were just trying to make sure it didn't get messy, and I totally understand that. Now, what I really want to understand is, what he does for a living, and you made it clear he didn't dispose that type of information.
He was just trying to get real close, real fast. I'm like, I want to get to know you, but I don't want to know you
like that. So I'm not
that girl. I'm like, he had a show last night and he was talking about some other girl that he met out there that he's still out or whatever. And I was like, I don't want to be like a jealous person. I know it's biblical to have a wife or more wives as long as you can take care of them and everything. But he likes to do things quickly. So I'm like, I'm not that girl. I mean, when I came to you, I came medical file and stuff. I don't have anything. I haven't been around the block. I don't have a body count. And, it's things that I try to talk about with him that, it always seems like he's he exposed me twice online. I talked about that with him. Like, you told people stuff about me. I met up with him a couple of weeks ago, and he put stuff out about me, like, online that I didn't know about.
Wow.
And I told him about it. I like the choice. I'm not a very, you're making things look like I don't know if you know Zats or somebody, but he was talking to some guy Zats when we were going out, and he made it look like he couldn't talk to Zats because some things were gonna go down that didn't go down, and he talks like that I don't like. So plus my hygiene is I think he got offended the night before we had this talk about maybe he shouldn't go back out. I was like, I would show him something he should use for his mouth and see if it be, I care about you and I'd rather tell you to your face. I would tell my mom, you have morning breath or, your breath is not fresh. And,
right.
You need to handle that because, you don't want people talking about you behind your back. And I'm going to get offended if somebody's talking about
his
you.
hygiene. So let me slow down. So his hygiene, his hygiene wasn't up to par. And
yeah, that's a problem for me.
Right. And he was basically pushing up on you. You were uncomfortable in this situation. I told
him so.
Right. And you told him you were uncomfortable. And he did he keep making advances at you, or he respected your boundaries?
He respected my boundaries to a little bit, but he's still very pushy. And I had to talk to him about that last night when he said that I told him, no, wait, don't make any content online about this because especially with Ringo's wife there, that could have got real ugly. If that was my dad, I'm surprised, y'all all could have been carrying in that state. I mean, it could have got real ugly, especially with his wife there. That man, whoever that guy was, might not have left that situation. It could have got, looked real bad and just put, like I was saying, how the enemy trying to stop something good from happening. That's what I meant, just trying to break up, something good by starting something that could be shown like, oh, a situation happened up here if y'all had to protect yourselves.
Right.
And then it looks like, neither one of y'all from this state, y'all coming out here and starting something, and this is why Black people can't do anything,
Absolutely.
And so I expressed that to him. I said, especially with his wife there, that could have got really,
now
was 100% his right.
Now let me ask you, when you was explaining that to him, did he seem to be receptive of what you saying, understanding how dangerous that situation was? Did he show any signs of remorse or anything? Because you got to keep in mind that this is his friend that he was told directly not to have him show up. And if you looked at some of the live stream I did, he was warned not to have those people show up, but in the evidence that's presented, he never told them not to show up at all. In fact, it looked like he was trailing us the whole day. Did he show any remorse for what happened?
He said he was sad about what happened. It's nothing but the enemy trying to break things up. But he thought that he had never met Ringo like that. I said, well, you shouldn't have been in that. You shouldn't have had that guy around, especially if you just coming back down. I told him I didn't think it was a good idea because at first.
Now hold on, Charity. You said something key. You said he shouldn't have had that guy around. So you must have known that Rollo was planning to bring these other guys around. Right.
No, I didn't. I didn't get that information until I saw him, like I said, streaming live. Like I said, to God chose me on the thing, streaming live everywhere you go, talking about stuff and showing where you at. And that's just not wise.
Right.
And I said, that's just not wise in any sense of the word. I said, but he told me that he was sorry that happened, but he did say that he did not give up your location. The guy knew the area.
Yeah,
he showed his location, and he said the guy probably got your location because he said he knew the area. But
yeah, he's not going.
You showed.
Yep. Say that again.
Said was his receipts did not say anything like do not straight up, do not approach, do not come. This is not the time, and that's what should have been straight up said and acknowledged if he was being 100 on everything. And he didn't tell me that. I was just using my discernment and thinking, well, did you say that? But he never answered me.
Right.
He didn't answer me. I said, well, maybe he said he tried to reach out to Ringo, but Ringo blocked him. I said, well, I didn't know that was the first time he was ever meeting Ringo. That wasn't wise.
Right.
To do, because he don't know you like that. Second of all, his wife was there, so that just escalated the situation. And if they told you not to bring anybody around, I said, plus they were doing business all day, they were tired. I said, it doesn't look right, you're just jumping back down there and then you're telling everything you're doing
right
while you're doing it. It didn't look, even when y'all was sitting in the chairs, and he was talking and trying to get to talk to you. I saw you looking out the window,
right
and you was on your phone, and I said, he was.
Yeah, he was.
I didn't think he should have been doing that.
Right, he was doing it
too much.
He was doing it so randomly, and even at times I'm just relaxing. Like we working, handling business. He did it at the the clothing store, and it's just like from what I had ascertained from all of this, he's communicating with them, basically selling them tickets, wolf tickets, that they're gonna meet up with us, and he's using social media to keep a trail on us, and we don't know what
it can be construed that way. Yes.
Right. Now, as far as the conversations he were having with them, I think it's a little more dark and sinister than what meets the eye personally, because of the mind frame and mindset that Tate showed up with. He had real bad energy, and whatever he showed up to do, it was potentially fatal. He sounded like somebody who was on a suicide mission. He was talking incoherently. It was the most, and Ringo, he's going to be bringing out video too, but it was very bizarre. And the fact that Rollo keeps company with these bizarre people, it means something to me. I want to ask you, you already stated that he was pushing up. You told him you were uncomfortable. His hygiene was bad. He continued to be aggressive because, he kept being pushy. That's the word you use, pushy.
Yeah.
Now, afterwards, what I want to know is, did he display any kind of weird behavior, like something strange to you that was like, all right, that's odd? Did he say anything that was odd to you?
What he said that was odd to me was that he was going to run back up there. And I'm like, that doesn't look wise. They're already out there. You just came back. You said you had contracts and business to do. You had canceled some times we were supposed to meet up just to get to know each other. But I said, I want to get to know you better before, I just don't,
Because he's online claiming that you're his wife.
Right. I found that out online myself. That's what I'm saying.
You did not give him. So let me ask you.
No, I did not.
You did not give Rollo permission to say that you are his wife, for the record.
No, I did not. I don't. I told him, look, I'm trying to get to know you, but you just want. This is what I'm scared of. When I told you guys, guys just want sex, and I didn't want. I thought, you were a man of the truth. You were different. If this is the way it's going to be, I know he told me about his wife and Jamaica or whatever, and I'm like, but how well do you know her? I'm like, I can bring you all of my medical records. I don't have anything, and if this is the way you are. And then last night, he ran a thingy and he met some other girl, and I might have sounded jealous, and people were saying, so no, she don't want to meet you. She said she was drinking and stuff. I'm like, a real lady don't, is not aggressive. She doesn't. It's okay. Like, I learned from you, it's okay to go after what you want if you see something. But when I did meet him, my first impression was, he seems like a nice guy. His laugh is hilarious. He's a character. But, I don't have OCD to that extent. It's nothing wrong with just making sure things are, handled properly.
Right. So.
And I want to make sure I don't get anything if you're a womanizer.
Right.
And I'm not.
So.
I don't know your father's name. I don't know his age. I don't know all the stuff. I'm telling you stuff that you would think you get to know somebody, and the next thing I find out, he's putting online a picture that he was taking. I didn't know we would. And then he told me about it. I had to go see it online. My ladies, they different and all this stuff. But I didn't want to put it out online. Like, I had to tell him after the fact. I didn't appreciate that. You asked me to come in for a hug and stuff. I didn't know that picture was going to come out. I just brushed my hair up. I was getting ready to go, and just looking around at the apartment and stuff. And I have very sensitive skin, so I had to tell him some stuff about, his hygiene and about, making sure the sheets and stuff that when I stayed at one of the rooms in the place that 1 week I stayed over. But I'm like, I'm not doing anything with you. I don't even know your mother's name, sir. And I kept saying, this is okay.
So, and I don't want to get personal. So are you saying that you did abstain? Y'all, is that what you said?
Well, he kind of pushed me into doing one thing. He kept kissing me.
Okay,
I didn't let him do a lot of things. But I didn't let him do a lot of things to me. I was uncomfortable. Plus, like I said, his hygiene wasn't on. I'm not used to.
And so, because you had
you
had sensitive skin and stuff like that, his hygiene was up to par. That could have been potentially bad. But yes, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'll allow you to continue.
Fine. You're fine. I understand. I think he got offended, but it didn't not enough to do anything about it. So I brought some things that I showed him was natural. I can send it to you. I said that might be if I brought it up. I said maybe if New Breed vetted it could go up on NubreedLove. It's a natural black owned company. And I was saying that because I want him to use it, and help him with his oral hygiene and stuff. I mean, it's not that he doesn't wash, but I don't think he is fully enough. I think some people think that smells and stuff like that come from not being clean. As some people can wash, but the odors and stuff that people exude is because they don't wash thoroughly enough or properly. Some people don't know how to wash properly or use the same rag for different parts of their body and stuff like that. But, I was uncomfortable about that, and I have very sensitive skin and smells too, so that was aggravating me.
Right. That's because he has unclean spirits. That's because there's some things that are wrong over there.
I was asking about it because I didn't know. I said, well, he never told me that either. I asked him, okay, I don't think you should be with any woman that doesn't believe in what you're doing. That's not a good thing to build on, and it's not going to work. But I just want to know more about the person that if I decide I'm going to be with you before he called me his lady. I didn't. Now let me ask you.
Now let me ask you this: how did he react to you saying, "Listen, I want to slow down. It's certain things I would like to know about you before we get into anything or before we make things official, especially in the public." What was his reaction to, I want to get to know more about you? I don't know this and I don't know that. How did he respond to that?
He's all in due time, love. He said, all in due time, love. I said, no, that's not how I work. I'm not a modern woman. I'm not fast. I mean, I literally lost my virginity to an assault at 37 years old. I mean, it's not like I couldn't have been around. I've been engaged twice. They didn't get as much as you got. And he's a big guy. And so I actually had some flashbacks to, like I'm saying, I'm hard for me to date because I don't want to associate with anybody that I'm dating anything that happened to me and blame them for it, because every man, what happened to me, that was not a man. But I mean, a man wouldn't do that. But I'm still struggling to make sure that's not all they want. But, his response to me saying he was moving too fast was, this is, how we become married. So he asked me to do some things that I didn't want to do. But I was at his place. So I'm like, I was at the point.
You felt like
I'm here.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
I'm here. I put myself in this position. I'd rather just, what did I expect? So now I put myself in this position. I'd rather be a more, submissive woman, and rather be a little bit more aloof and just pretend or just to go along with certain, keeping my, I'm not going to keep sitting on your lap. I'm not, naming your guy, but that's all he talked about.
Right.
And he came on very aggressive to me. So, but I'm like, I put myself here. So, I mean, I'd rather
I understand you was
let him have.
Right. Go ahead.
Then take something from me. And well, what did you expect? You went to his place, So, I mean, I didn't want to associate him with that. So I kept letting him kiss me, but it was forceful, kind of. The only way I got out of it was about that soft boy era. I was like, well, maybe, as long as breath wasn't fresh, maybe he should brush his teeth. If it was the food I made or something, I blamed it on the garlic, but I actually didn't put garlic in that meal. But then he kept saying it's okay, and then he said, okay, I'm gonna wash up, and
so
yeah, he
so
kind of,
him being a big guy, you telling him
Yeah.
you want to take things slow. He continues to pretty much press up. His breath.
Yeah, he did.
His breath is howling, but he's Yeah, he's kissing on you, and you're feeling.
And I literally got sick. I threw up at one point when he I told him I was sensitive to smells and stuff, and I was spraying my stuff around different things just so I could sleep because I could smell different things. And he said, well, I'm very sensitive, but I think he was more embarrassed. But I said, I try to make it in a nice way, like, I'd rather tell you this to your face than have people you walk up to and walk around because I care than people talking about you behind your back, and
Now,
you need to handle this.
And you did the right thing. But I want to point out to how bad this is, Charity. There's multiple ways a man can, we're going to use the word grape. It's not just forced entry.
Right.
It can be intimidation and persistence. You stating this is a big guy. This is a big guy. And you're there, you're looking at it like, really, you're just looking for a man of the Most High. You seeing this man affiliated with real men of the Most High.
Exactly.
So you're believing, all right, I put myself in this situation. This is a big guy. I'd rather do something or allow him to do whatever. I don't know what was done exactly, but you were in a situation where you were like, I would rather let certain things happen than it's literally forced on me to happen. And
exactly, that's exactly how it happened.
And I gotta tell you, and I know that is considered assault, because once you said to this man, I don't want to do this, I want to take it easy, I want to get to know you, that at that point, that is a no to any physical advances. He didn't oblige that. And this is all on record, y'all. This is all in the public. Like, he didn't acknowledge that. So that is a bad thing right there. And I'm so glad that you answered this call, because that kind of stuff is unacceptable. And then he's online gallivanting as if you his wife.
Right. I found that out online as well. And I talked to him about it after the fact. I said I'd rather have the option. I didn't know. And I don't know your mom's age. I asked him about, I just found out the day before he went out there with his mom's and parents' name was, and I was trying to explain to him what I meant by going slow. I mean, I'm telling you a lot about myself, my family, how we all have the same parents. We grew up in a household. The situation, from what he told me, he said he actually shoved the guy. So
he didn't listen. Well, it looked as if he had his hands up, he was backing up. It doesn't look like he shoved them in. I didn't see all of that, because honestly, I got in the car and I pulled off. And all I know is when I pulled off, Tate lifted his phone up to record me as I was leaving. It's just a bad look altogether. The guy should have never been there. And Rollo seemed to have been given our location the whole entire day, and at no point did he tell those guys not to show up. And
well, I did ask him that too when he started telling me that things went bad out there and y'all left him out there, and I was like, well, what happened?
so you
He said
asked,
this guy that he told him,
right?
Yes.
You asked, let me, for the record, you asked him, did you tell those guys not to show up? Or that guy not to show up? You asked him that. What was his response?
He said he told him, he said that he could probably not, they doing business today and stuff, but maybe tomorrow or something later because he got a late flight. And I told him, well, did you blatantly tell him do not come? And he did not answer. So I said, well, he said he had receipts. All he kept saying was, I got receipts to prove. I gave their real location. I gave mine. Then I told that I was across the way. But he said, y'all did videos in front of y'all location. I remember Mrs. Ringo when I laughed at that when she was had the camera out. He was like, oh, look at you on camera. I thought she's so pretty.
Right.
And I was like, I didn't know that was his wife. She was gorgeous. And he said, yeah, that was his wife. I said, but that was very extra dangerous, whatever happened, being that she was there, that just escalated things to another thing. But if you didn't blatantly say, do not show up, that doesn't look good. He said, well, he told the man, and he did tell him that he don't know if they're going to be, what's the word he used? If they're going to be down, they've been, doing stuff all day, so maybe tomorrow or something like that, late tomorrow, like you were saying,
right,
might be a better time.
But when Rollo was saying that, he was alluding to the time he pulled up on us, because this was Friday when he was saying tomorrow night late, and he actually told on himself. So I know you probably seen the material, but this is just a real unfortunate situation, and I don't know what Rollo's intentions were with having those guys meet up with us. Did he discuss with you at any point of time having those guys meet up with us before all of this happened?
No.
Okay.
No. It was a rush thing for him, and he said he was going to take me along. I was like, well, I have an appointment and stuff, and I don't really think you should go back. You're trying real hard to get back out there. You just left. It's financially not a wise move. They're already out there. You just left. But he's like, no, babe, I gotta go. I gotta do this. And I thought that was I was like, well, I'm not gonna, come out of my place and do stuff because, some stuff I said he dismisses, and then when they'll say, don't speak unless I told you my camera's rolling or not rolling. So I don't read disrespectful, and I didn't want to say anything that when I didn't know he was on camera, or even if he wasn't showing his face, I had to ask.
Right.
Or use my hands to find out. Cause I didn't want to be on camera.
Right.
I didn't know the first time that he said I was coming over, and I did a thing. All that stuff happened to me. I was kind of, I don't know if you've seen it. My hair was very disheveled. All my waves were really messy and poofy because the shower thing that I didn't anticipate. And I'm like, before I get stuck in a situation where I shouldn't have did what I shouldn't have came up here alone. My initial thing was to come with my brother, because we were just gonna look at the one of the apartments he was
right.
I'm gonna rent out, and I was considering renting it. But I come back later the next week after I had some business to take care of and stuff myself, because I had left, and he said I did it on purpose, but I didn't. I left my jewelry box.
Right. So he was just being pushy the whole time, and I'm ashamed. I don't want you to think I'm a modern woman or woman in the street. No, it's okay.
That happened between us.
No, I appreciate.
Last week,
right.
I didn't want, and I told him so. I pushed away several times, but I can't. I'm 91 pounds.
Rollo's a big guy. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, and I did something I never done before, except for when I was assaulted. But I don't want to. When somebody's grabbing your head and pulling your shirt down and stuff, I just didn't want to have a replay, so I just laid there and went along with it.
Wow.
I'm not saying he raped me or anything. I am taking the L. Like, I shouldn't have put myself in this position. And before I'm ever assaulted again, I'm like, okay, I did this, and I knew better. But I thought he was a man of the, I still think he's a man of God. But
well, let me inform you.
He said he never.
Right.
He hadn't been with anybody in a while, so I think that's why he was being pushy. But he's always saying he's with some girl or some woman they pulling up. He's with some women, and this woman, she wants me. I'm like, I'm thinking, how can she want you? And you said hello. That's the person that hit me was,
wow.
I've got Listerine in the bathroom.
Let me tell you, he's not a man of Yah. You thought you was looking for a husband for a while on record. And
yeah.
You thought because Rollo was with us, at least it seemed that way. It seemed that Rollo was connected to men of truth, real men of truth. You thought, all right, I'm in this situation. He's a big guy. He got to be a man of the Most High because he's affiliated with these guys. And I don't want to repeat of what happened to me in the past. So you yielded yourself. That he took, well, what I'm trying to explain is, and you already know this, he took advantage of you. And that was dirty. Yeah. And he's wicked. He's a wicked man. And that won't go on. That won't go unpunished what he did. And this is the moment where you said you wanted to take things slow, regardless if you was in his room, hotel room or not. When you said that there was no more advances should have been made your direction. No more. When you told him it's things you want to know, that should have never happened. So
yeah, every time I said that, he would he said we're gonna do, he would just stop me from talking by sticking his tongue in my mouth, and I'm like, I'm sick. And you end up
and you physically threw up, as you said, right?
Yes, he said, he asked me why I was sick, and I was like, I was in the bathroom. I've been there a long time. I had to wash. I felt like, like it was washing it off of me,
So you vomited that day. Well, I mean, you vomited when it happened. When he kissed you, you vomited.
Yeah. And then I had to go to the bathroom. I was going to lay down, but then I just got sick more, and I literally had to throw up. And then I felt real sick from trying to clean myself up. And then I just totally got in the shower and tried to wash it off of me. I had my exfoliating and stuff, and I'm just trying to scrub that smell and anything off of me. But even when I was asleep on time, later on that night, he was tired from a long day or whatever, and I made his food and stuff and everything, and I was supposed to be leaving the next day. In the middle of the night, I felt somebody on me, and he took advantage of that incident, and I didn't know what else to do. It was nighttime. First, all I know is he was in another room, so-called doing a stream. Next thing I know, he was asleep, and in the middle of the night, I wake up to his staff, as he likes to say.
His what now?
His staff, trying to, do things to me, and he did it, and I still feel, like I shouldn't have put myself in that situation, and I'm just take the L. I feel like I went to your site after I was on the WhatsApp thing that night. I was 11 minutes late or something when I was talking about it, but it was home and I washed up again, and I was crying and thinking, now the next day he told me that everybody was giving hearts and they love us online, and I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, you didn't see it, and he had to show me what it was, and I was like, I didn't even know, and So, can you not do that? I mean, can you take that down? I didn't even, I don't know a lot about you that I would know about. I dated a man for 2 years and was engaged, and he never got what you did. He never pulled my shirt down and just started doing stuff to me. And, it just,
man,
I just said, well, I shouldn't have been here.
And Charity, let me say this. I understand what took place, and you taking full responsibility for being in that situation, but that doesn't make what he did right. And I get it. And I just want to say to you, that won't go unpunished. And this situation, it needed to be exposed. And it takes a lot of.
I don't want to put it online. I actually asked him to remove the photos of me. You know, the fact that everybody thinks I'm his lady, that's fine and dandy.
Right. Now, I just
rather know that. I'd rather know before they do.
Right.
I'm proud of my age. I'm probably older than you, but I'm older than him. Actually, I didn't know that. He told everybody online. I'm finding about it a couple of days later, and I'm like, that can you not do that? I'm asking because he's done this twice to me, and I'm finding out about it online. Oh, you didn't see that? I'm like, no, I'm not online all day. I don't follow all things. It's like that guy in the soft guy era thing he was doing. I thought that was gross, and we like his. I don't even know who that was. I'm really that sheltered. So, and being what happened to me, I pulled back from a lot of things and really isolated myself. So, that's my caution thing. Just one.
Right.
Sexual. Until I asked him, was the last time he was with somebody, and was the last time he was checked for anything, since he's got all these women, and I'm like, I don't see how all these women are just. You have charisma and everything, but once they I don't know, maybe they're just not clean individuals. I'm thinking, but I don't want some nasty individual, being my sister wife, and then I got to deal with something like
right. So that's just not me. And I thank you for really, speaking with me at this moment and letting me know what took place, because, that man is full of evil spirits. It was demonic what he did. If you were not comfortable, that's what we call grape, because you were not comfortable. You wasn't in a situation where you fully embrace what took place. And I'm glad you said no. No means no. No means no.
I'm very uncomfortable. I don't move fast like this. I'm not a woman of the streets. I mean that. I'm not. He says not. It says no cap. But it's like you say, I am what I am. And so I asked him, was the last time he was with, a woman, and he said it's been a year. So
how could he have all these?
Up on me again.
Now, how could he have all these wives if he ain't been with a woman in a year? That makes no sense.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm like, well, when's the last time you were checked for anything? I just had my annual visit. I had to have my annual visit after that happened. I was supposed to have one anyway, but I pushed it up because I was scared. And he's ready to have babies. And I'm like, well, in my condition, as bad as I want to have a family and a child before I'm not able, I don't want to do something that's going to, it's up to the Lord. Maybe I can adopt if that happens, but or I can help with other children that you may have if we're together. But I didn't know he had already, declared and put stuff up that we were.
Right.
So I'm just trying to not expose or put it out online, because now, once it's online, it's online. So I was trying to handle it in house, and I did encourage him not to
put what online. Are you talking about in regards to Rollo, or are you talking about this?
No, in regards to him.
Okay, yes, I'm just making sure, because I am live. I don't know if you know I'm live. I'm just making sure.
No, I didn't know.
I thought you was well aware. No, we are definitely streaming live, because I know you were in the chat, and yes, but this needed to be talked about. I mean, I thought you was aware. It's already out. So,
Okay.
you know, you brung the truth for it, and that's what matters. Rollo, he's gonna have to deal with what he did. I mean, if you were not comfortable in that situation, then he needs to be exposed for that. This is the same man who literally just set up a play against two prominent brothers who in this truth. We got to make sure no other young ladies that has been influenced by our material who are over there following him. We need to make sure that does not happen again. Do you understand?
I understand. I mean, I put myself in that best. I did tell my body so it wouldn't happen again, and I know that I haven't seen him since. But no, I didn't know we were alive. I think I'm not saying he raped me or anything like that.
No, you never said that. I've said I know what happened. You explain exactly what happened, how it happened, and you know nobody's saying he done that, but myself. I'm saying he done that because I understand how manipulation works, and that's a manipulator. That's dark psychology he was using. When you said no, no meant no, and that's just what it is. And never blame yourself. Never blame yourself.
Late for that. I wanted to handle this, behind the scenes, and I did tell him that about the situation with you guys. I said, well, Ringo blocked you. He didn't know you. I didn't know you never met him before. I would have definitely never did that. But maybe Nubreed can you tell him what happened, and he knows you a little bit more. Maybe he'll understand or see what you're saying. But if he never, I didn't know he never and definitely said, no, don't pull up. We're going to be here. He said, according to y'all videos, the guy, is from North Carolina. He knew the area, but he only exposed his. But
well, I want you to know
that.
Yep. I just want to say
I
that.
Don't think,
go ahead. You can finish.
I don't think that rolling live everywhere you go, showing everything you're doing live is a good look. It's actually quite dangerous. And
absolutely.
I'm glad you guys got home safe, and I'm sad the whole thing happened because this is like the enemy, like I was saying, trying to break up something from the community or anything from in its initial stages from happening. And this is why people say we can't do anything together because there's always something that
absolutely
gets thrown in there. But like you said, new levels, new devils. But
absolutely. And I want to tell you this, and I just want you to keep your head up, stay strong, understand that the fact that you made a bad judgment call by meeting up with this man doesn't mean you're guilty of anything. And on top of that, I know you said you wanted to deal with it behind the scenes and things of that nature, but the fact that Rollo was connected to us in any way and you met up with him, now this has to be public, because the thing is, he could potentially do this to other young ladies. Your body was literally rejecting his demons, and that's serious. The reason why you vomited is because he has spirits on him, and now he's being exposed for what he is. And I want to tell you, you got to stay strong through all of this. You're a very brave woman for putting this out here, and you are an advocate for people who are backed into a corner, people who have been through this. This is not the first time that you've been down this rodeo, but now the Most High is using your experience to stop potential other issues from happening from these demonic men who try to align themselves and chameleon themselves like they're men of the Most High, when really they're just devils in disguise. And we can't have that in our community, especially if we feel like these people have any connection with us. So you're brave for even speaking to me today. And
yeah, but I mean, the reason why I went to handle it in-house and not really say anything about it, and I didn't know because I don't want him talking about me or stuff that I'm.
He would be an absolute
making me look like some.
And listen, Charity, nobody looks at you that way whatsoever. Nobody sees that. No, everybody knows what took place, and anything he say at this point would be absolutely foolish on his behalf. Anything he would say at this point would he's already destroyed. It's over for him. But anything he says at this point is just going to be more damage. So he will not do that. That he will not speak on you in no negative light whatsoever. You've taken accountability in this discussion. You said you shouldn't have put yourself in that situation, but now the onus is on him to just disappear. He needs to get off the internet. It's over for him. That's the only thing he can do at this point. Only thing Rollo can do at this point is disappear. Get out of here. Stay offline. It's over for him on YouTube. That's what's going to happen. Now, if
my family doesn't even know that I was talking to him, because I thought I moved slowly. I was just trying to get to know him, and things happened, but I didn't anticipate or warrant everything, and so that's why I didn't want to say it, because if he spends it, he's online. I don't know anything about that stuff. I don't want to look like
you won't, Charity. I promise you, that won't happen. You have my word on that. You understand? You won't be labeled no 304 or nothing like that. You have my
I don't know what that means.
A whore, or you won't be put out there as no type of whore or night walker, street walker. Listen, there's public record of you coming forward saying you want a husband. It's on my platform, Charity. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
It's public record of you coming forward saying, I want to settle down. I want a husband. We know this about you because it's on the public. What Rollo did was
I liked him.
Okay, I understand that. You liked him, but when y'all met, he had you vomiting. When y'all met, you told him you don't want to deal. You want to take things slow. He kept being persistent. So although you might have liked him, he did something wrong. He took advantage. And that should have never happened. And then he, without your permission, got online claiming that you were his wife. You didn't want that to happen, but he did it anyway.
Well, I didn't know.
And you didn't know
until after the fact. And I just asked him not to, in the future do that again, because
you didn't want it out there.
And because I didn't know, I'm still trying to get to know him. I'm like, well, this is already, I don't want to body count. He's a man, maybe, he just,
Well, just know everything is going to be okay. And again, you stay strong, keep your head up. That's a bad situation. And I think Rollo setting us up was actually meant to also expose the deviant behavior that he displays behind the scenes. It was used for a lot, that particular moment where he pretty much set us up. So I just want to thank you for that. Tell you to keep your head up. If anytime you need to reach out via Instagram. If you got any, questions or concerns after Rollo gets exposed, because it's going to happen. I would oblige you, and I know that you might have bonded with him, and I can understand that that's a soul tie for you. But I also need I need you to also understand your first feeling about all of this, how your body was rejecting him. I need you to keep in mind that it was a mistake. So I would oblige you to stay away from the man. Now, I understand how soul ties work. It's no way that I can tell you what to do, but I can tell you for sure that he's not connected with us, and he has been exposed as a wicked person, a traitor, a Judas and an individual that we don't want around, and we are totally excommunicating him, and we don't want nothing to do with him. He is not in our ranks. He's not dealing with us in no capacity. We think that. So
I just wanted to believe that it was a big misunderstanding, and you guys got a chance to hear him out, but I didn't know Ringo didn't know him before then.
No,
and,
absolutely
that was
not.
a bad look, but I thought that maybe you guys told him not to do any shows online about this and let y'all guys handle it in the house if y'all wanted to, and just see how it plays out, because that would be bad, and for the community, and it would just show, how the enemy can sneak in and try and destroy something that's trying to be built. But that was my idea. So maybe that's why he waited 24 hours or whatever you say.
Right.
To respond or say anything.
Okay. Well, it's everything will be okay. And I'm allow you to consider everything, and I want you to reach out at a later time. I got a show to finish, and I got some time constraints. But thank you for speaking with me. I appreciate it. And we'll talk soon. All right.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye. Man. Wow. I just got word on the news desk. I just got a text that Rollo is actually streaming with the white guy right now as we speak. Baby, what's up? Yes, I am. So, ladies and gentlemen, we see that he has some type of connection with these people. We know what direction he's going to take. He's going to chase clout. He is clearly sold out at this point. Unsubscribe. If you want to follow that madness, you can go follow it. But it's been an exposure. It's been an exposure. How he treats women. Y'all got a first-hand exclusive interview with a woman who claimed to be, a woman, let me say this right. With a woman he claimed to be his wife. And you heard the type of demon that we're dealing with right here. So, with that being said, man, I want y'all to move accordingly. Man, look, for y'all watching, man, listen, just stay safe out here. A lot of devils in disguise. Y'all see what's going on, man. It's out there. Y'all be safe, man. Shalom and peace.